Passengers were relaxed, scrolling through their phones and chatting with friends, completely unaware of what was about to happen. In a matter of seconds, laughter turned to screams as chaos erupted at 35,000 feet. These are real moments when routine flights became scenes of absolute terror with no warning and no time to react. What you're about to witness are stories that reveal just how quickly the skies can turn from calm to catastrophe. Commercial aviation is one of the safest ways to travel, with millions of flights taking off and landing every year without incident. Advanced technology, rigorous training, and strict regulations have made air travel remarkably reliable. Yet when something does go wrong, it can happen in the blink of an eye. In the skies, even a minor malfunction or unexpected event can escalate into a life-threatening emergency within seconds. These rare moments remind us that, despite the odds, chaos can strike when we least expect it. At cruising altitude, a sudden explosion shattered the calm inside the aircraft. In an instant, part of the cabin roof was torn away, exposing passengers to the open sky. Oxygen masks dropped as the cabin pressure plummeted, and the roar of rushing wind filled the space. Passengers clung desperately to their seats, fearing they might be sucked out. The crew had only minutes to descend before everyone would lose consciousness, turning a routine flight into a fight for survival. Just seconds after takeoff, the cabin was jolted by a deafening explosion. One of the plane's engines erupted in flames, sending shockwaves through the fuselage. Passengers peered out their windows to see fire licking at the wing, while the aircraft shook violently in midair. Panic spread as the crew scrambled to regain control, and every second felt like an eternity. In moments like these, the line between routine flight and disaster vanishes instantly. At first, the flight seemed routine, with only a gentle sway hinting at turbulence ahead. Suddenly, the aircraft was engulfed in violent shaking, transforming the cabin into a scene of chaos. Passengers were thrown from their seats, and service carts crashed into the aisles as screams echoed throughout the plane. The pilots struggled to regain control, battling some of the worst turbulence ever recorded. In those terrifying moments, everyone on board feared for their lives as the plane was tossed relentlessly by the forces of nature. Suddenly, the plane began a rapid vertical descent, dropping thousands of feet in mere seconds. Passengers were lifted out of their seats as personal belongings and debris flew through the cabin, creating a scene of chaos and terror. The force of the dive left many convinced that a crash was imminent. Screams and cries echoed as everyone braced for impact, desperately hoping for the ordeal to end. In less than 20 seconds, calm had turned into absolute panic. Passengers first noticed a faint, burning smell drifting through the cabin. Within moments, thick smoke began to fill the air, making it impossible to see even a few feet ahead. Panic spread as the crew rushed to prepare for an emergency landing, knowing that every second counted. The pilots had only minutes to get the plane safely on the ground before the situation became life-threatening. Miraculously, all 3 crew members managed to evacuate without injury, but the terrifying ordeal left everyone shaken. At cruising altitude, everything seemed normal, until a sudden pressure failure tore open part of the aircraft. Instantly, hurricane-force winds roared through the cabin, ripping belongings from seats and sending oxygen masks tumbling down. Passengers clung desperately to whatever they could, fearing they might be pulled out into the sky. The deafening rush of air and chaos lasted only moments, but for those on board, it felt like an eternity. Miraculously, the pilots managed to regain control and guide the plane to safety. Aviation experts reveal that at high altitudes, even a few seconds can separate life from disaster. When a plane suffers sudden structural failure or rapid decompression, pilots and crew must react instantly to prevent tragedy. Human physiology is also a critical factor. Oxygen deprivation can set in within moments, clouding judgment and slowing response times. These incidents test not only the engineering of aircraft, but also the instincts and training of everyone on board. Understanding the science and psychology behind these moments helps explain why quick thinking is essential when terror strikes in the sky. In the most chilling case on our list, a routine cargo flight turned into a nightmare within moments. As the aircraft lost control and began a rapid descent, passengers realized the gravity of the situation and sent final messages to their loved ones. The silence inside the cabin was overwhelming as everyone braced for impact. Tragically, the plane crashed shortly after takeoff, leaving no survivors. This incident stands as a stark reminder of how quickly everything can change in the skies. What's truly unsettling isn't just the stories you've heard, it's the realization that any flight, no matter how routine, can change in an instant. One moment, everything feels safe and predictable. The next, chaos erupts without warning. This unpredictability lingers in the minds of passengers and experts alike. It's a reminder that the line between calm and catastrophe is often razor-thin. The next time you board a plane, remember how quickly the ordinary can become extraordinary. As we've seen, even the calmest flights can turn into chaos in a matter of seconds. These stories remind us that the skies hold both wonder and uncertainty, and no one can predict what might happen next. The reality of air travel is filled with moments that test both technology and human resilience. If these true accounts left you stunned, there's much more to uncover. Stay tuned for more incredible, real-life stories that reveal just how unpredictable our world can be. Surviving a terrifying aviation incident leaves a lasting mark on everyone involved. Many passengers and crew experience intense fear, anxiety, and even symptoms of post-traumatic stress long after the event. For some, the memory of those moments can trigger panic whenever they board a plane or hear about similar accidents. Witnesses often struggle with sleep disturbances and recurring flashbacks. The psychological aftermath highlights how a few seconds of chaos can change lives forever. Looking back at these 7 terrifying moments, it's clear how quickly a routine flight can spiral into chaos. In just seconds, laughter and calm turned to panic as passengers and crew faced the unimaginable. From explosive decompressions to engines erupting in flames, each incident tested the limits of human endurance and survival. Yet, amid the fear, stories of resilience and quick thinking emerged, reminding us that even in the face of sudden terror, hope and courage can prevail. If you thought these stories were intense, just wait. There are even more unbelievable moments hidden in the skies. Future videos will uncover shocking incidents, mysterious disappearances, and survival tales that defy all odds. The world of aviation is full of suspense, and some stories are almost too incredible to believe. Stay tuned, because the next flight could hold secrets you never imagined.